and welcome back to It's Your Move, where we talk about all things real estate, including where I work and live in Galveston, Texas. So, have you been considering moving lately? Have you talked about maybe starting a business or building a new home or just buying some land for later on? There's a lot of things that can be excited about these moves and these things in your life, but if you're going to buy land, there are several things you got to consider before making that step. It's a big step. So this will be kind of a quick down and dirty about what you need to know before you buy some land or even maybe start shopping for land. It can be an exciting investment, but there are many things to consider when purchasing land. These things are such things as zoning laws, soil quality, topography, and access to utilities. Everybody needs the utilities unless you just want to rough it. So the first things first, let's talk about finances, or your financing options and what your budget is. Before you start shopping, it's essential to determine your budget and your financing options. Purchasing land can be a significant investment, and you should have a clear idea of how much you can spend on that land and what it's going to cost you even after you purchase the land. Maybe you're going to have utilities added later or have the land cleared. Those things you have to factor into the budget. So let's see how much you can spend. So maybe you can finance your land through a traditional lender, but keep in mind that those loans often have higher interest rates and shorter repayment times than traditional mortgage loans. You may also consider seller financing if that option is available, or using your own cash to finance the purchase and not have to worry about making payments, right? Or interest rates. Finally, you may qualify for a USDA loan. Now, if you want to know more about USDA loans, because there are qualifiers, check out my video or my blog post about Texas loans. Okay? So, number 2, let's go on to research zoning laws and building codes. Zoning laws and building codes will regulate the use of development and the development of the land that you want and in specific areas. So before you purchase the land, research the zoning laws and building codes to ensure that you can use the land for the intended purpose. What if you want to build a home, but it's not residential? What if you want to have a business with your home, but you're not allowed to do anything commercial out there? Those are the kind of things you need to make sure that it's allowed, because there can be stiff penalties if you violate that. So let's talk about, for example, you plan to build a home on land. Make sure the residential development is allowed in that area and no building restrictions that would prevent you from constructing a home. Also, I've noticed over the years people buying large plots of land to build their dream home later. Check carefully. Some of those places won't even let you, like, let's say you wanted to live in an RV or live in a mobile home on that land until or while you're developing your new home. Some places won't even allow you to have an RV or mobile home on site without a home already constructed on the site. So if you're planning on living in something small while your dream home's being built, you may not be able to do that. So it's very important to check out what the guidelines are on that and adhere to those, because those can affect what land you decide to purchase. The next thing you're going to want to do is evaluate the land's quality and potential. When buying land, you want to evaluate that carefully, because you need to consider such things as soil quality, drainage, topography, and the access to the utilities, as we already discussed. Utilities such as water, sewer, electricity. Will there be Wi-Fi access? Is there a nearby cell tower? I mean, these both are important for communications, right? And if you plan on doing any work, it's really important. But even from home, you want to have good Wi-Fi or cell tower reception if that's something you want and you don't want to be remote. So utilities are very important. And you may also want to investigate the land's history, including any past uses that might impact the land's value or pose an environmental risk. So check out the land's history and the quality. Next up, we're going to consider the location of the land. Location is a key consideration as well. So look for land that's in a desirable area, obviously if it's in a desirable area for you, but also you want it to be conveniently located, for work, school, and other amenities. Or if you're considering it for future use, is it going to be a desirable location for the next buyer? Depends on what kind of use you're going to get out of it. Consider the neighborhood and the proximity to local attractions, natural features, and recreational opportunities. Is it not close enough to stores or restaurants, or is it too close to town? Yeah, you decide, but you got to research that stuff first. The next thing you want to consider is hiring a professional land surveyor. This is very important, very, very important in the land buying process. A land surveyor can determine the boundaries of the property, identify the encroachments, and determine the land's topography. This information can be crucial in negotiating the purchase price and ensuring that you're getting what you're paying for. It's just like getting a survey when you're buying a home as well. You want to know what property is yours and the topography and the boundaries and any encroachments. You don't want to buy something with encroachments you weren't aware of. So, finally, it's very important to consult with a real estate attorney. Now, you don't have to, but it really is a good idea because the attorney can help you to navigate the legal aspects of the transaction, review the purchase agreement and title report, and advise you on any potential issues or risks associated with the property. There's a lot that goes into land and maybe some things you didn't consider, like what conveys with the property. Any kind of, there's so many things. So get an expert to help you out. Real estate agents can do that as well. But you want to have all these things kind of ironed out and do some research and take all these things into consideration before actually buying the land, okay? So it can be a fantastic opportunity buying land, but it's essential to approach the process carefully and thoroughly. And by following these little rules or tips and doing your research, then you can make the most informed decision and purchase the land of your dreams. And that's all I've got for today. So thank you for watching. I hope this was useful. And don't forget, it's your move. See you next time.